What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 55, and we start today's episode off by looking at our scout report here from our Irish scout based in England, and the players look okay. There's only one that looks quite good, and that's Luke Bryan, and we're going to continue to scouting on him and wait and see how he looks after another month. And we also have a youth score monthly report, and of course we've only got one player in our youth academy so far. It's George Gardner, 15 years old and 75 to 94 potential with 52 to 66 overall. So yeah, our youth stuff we're starting to pick up a little bit. Of course, we've only started youth scouting this season, and I was hoping to hit the ground running and try and find a couple of really good players straight off the bat, but it's always going to be difficult. But our scout is 4-star experience and 4-star judgment, so that's not too bad. But as I've said before, I think in order to find the very best players, you kind of need a 5-star experience and judgment scout, especially for consistency anyway. But anyway, guys, this will be Thursday afternoon today for you guys. I kind of want to do a double upload today, so if you can get 700 likes on this video, then I will upload another episode of Career Mode later on this evening. So yeah, 700 likes. I know it's a lot to ask for, but did I just say 700 or 600? I don't know. Let's just go with 700. If you can get 700 likes, then yeah, I'll upload another episode later. So there you go. There's your challenge. But anyway, we also have a look at the squad report there, and also the league table. 15 games in, we're in 6th place, 7 wins, 4 draws, and 4 losses. 19 goals conceded is a little bit of a worry. Of course, we brought in McGregor to replace Nyland, and that change, I'm not going to say it's been a bad change. You guys really don't like McGregor. He's not actually as bad as you guys think, but he's not been that great. He has been a little bit of I wouldn't call him a poor signing either, really, because considering the fact he is rated higher than Nyland, and the fact that he's only on 20 grand a week and he only cost us 450 grand, that's not too bad. And to be honest, I wouldn't say he's a bad goalkeeper at all, really. You guys really don't like him. I'm not sure why that is, but I definitely think that we probably could have gone with a better option. I mean, we did spend a lot of time in the transfer market trying to find a good goalkeeper. It was very hard with limited resources, but I think for January we'll definitely have to look at trying to swap McGregor out for another goalkeeper, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But anyway, here is a look at the league table in the Europa League. We're in 2nd place at the moment behind Marseille, who we take on for this game here at the Den. Of course, we come off the back of beating Sturm Graz in our last Europa League game. A big win that was. We had to win that game. If we lost it, we would have been out of the Europa League, I think. And so we came to this game, very happy as things stood, and wanted to get a win here against Marseille, because if we do want to qualify, it would be amazing to qualify top of the group as well, especially after such a bad start to the group. But anyway, the first chance came for João Vitor. He put his shot wide, but in the 45th minute we were on a break here. Junior Stanislas gets past his man with a lovely piece of agility, goes through one-on-one and blasts the ball into the goal to make it Millwall 1, Marseille 0. So on the stroke of half-time, Stanislas, I wouldn't say he's a forgotten player. He does feature quite a bit, but he's certainly sort of played less games this season at least, and I am definitely thinking about picking up another sub-winger in January to replace Stanislas, because he's not growing, of course, but still a good strike by Stanislas. A show of what he can do. As I said, he's like the upgraded Liam Feeney, of course, from our first season. Really quick, 4-star skills now on him, and some good pace, and obviously a good end product as well. So Stanislas gets the goal there, so 2nd in the Europa League group, and we're 1-0 up against Marseille. Of course, if we wanted to qualify top of the group, we'd have to win this game, really. But in the 46th minute here, the ball goes over the top by Jack Cork, and McGregor just about does enough to deny his man. And was it 9? I can't remember, but it was still 1-0 here. Good save. And in the 74th minute, Marseille through again. Pays onto the ball and shoots, but he puts the ball wide of the post. So still Millwall 1, Marseille 0. They were threatening, trying to score that equalising goal. And in the 78th minute, we had a free kick here. Gave it to Junior Stanislas. Stanislas stepped up. He was playing the best in this game. Took it, but put the ball over the bar. So I'm not good at free kicks. I'm really bad. I'm only good when I'm using Larson. But anyway, still 1-0. And in the 81st minute here, Chavez, who got a really bad injury here. I think it was Rod Fanny who took him down there. I think it was. And it was a really bad challenge. I actually thought that the Marseille player, whoever it was, could have at least got a booking, and maybe, it was a bad challenge. So, you've seen some very debatable refereeing decisions this season, so maybe there could have been a red card given there, but sadly there was nothing. But Chavez did indeed get injured, so that sucks, man. He's okay, Chavez, but he's not really my type of sort of central midfielder. He's okay when he plays in CAM, but as a player, like I don't know, man. I'm definitely going to look to try and replace him in January because he's not really the sort of the backup central midfielder I'm looking for. He's not consistent enough, and it was still 1-0 here. Good save by the goalkeeper, and an injury time in the 90th minute. Trotter gives the ball to Eden Nilsson here. Eden Nilsson's onto the ball, gives it to Jack Robinson, who came on as a sub, plays the ball out wide to Dongu. Dongu gets past his man with a lovely turn, ends up going crossing the ball in towards Danny Ings. His head is well saved, hits the bar, then comes to Ings again, cleared off the line, and Stanislas at the far post puts the ball into the back of the net. So yeah, I mean, as I said, I kind of criticised Jonas Stanislas a little bit earlier, but he's not that bad of a player. He gets 2 goals in this game, the only 2 goals for us in the game, but it's just a little bit. He is consistent, but he's consistently average, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I don't really care too much. We won the game by 2-0. 2 goals from Junior, and that made it Millwall 2, Marseille 0, which is how the game finished. So yeah, it was a good win. We had to win it if we were, to try and qualify top of the group, which is what I really want to do. We had to win the game, and especially with the win against Sturm Graz in the last game. If we were to lose this game or even draw the game, and if Sturm Graz were to beat Rosenborg, then we would have dropped down to 3rd again. We don't want that. We really do need to qualify. It's a must need for us to qualify for the knockout stages. So that was a big win against Marseille, and as you can see here, Sturm Graz are now 2 points behind us as we go into the final game, and we're 2 points behind Marseille. So Rosenborg are in 4th with 2 points. We can still drop out of the Europa League group and finish 3rd. We can still fail to qualify. Sturm Graz, however, need to beat Marseille away from home, so that's a big ask for them, and we take on Rosenborg, and all we need is a point, regardless of what happens in the game against Sturm Graz and Marseille. All we need is a point to qualify, and Sturm Graz have to win. So theoretically we could actually lose our last game and still qualify, the same way we could win and qualify top, the same way we could draw and qualify. And yeah, there's a lot. The last game is not meaningless. That's all you need to know. So it is going to be an important game away against Rosenborg, but I've got a lot of confidence that we can go ahead and qualify. But anyway, the following game was against Southampton here at St Mary's. So we're back to business in the league here, and in the 2nd minute Southampton had the first chance of the game. Osvaldo played the ball to Jay Rodriguez, back to Daniel Osvaldo, who shot, and it just went wide of the post. I thought it was going to sneak in at the far post, but it didn't, and it went wide of the post, so still 0-0. And in the 9th minute here, Southampton onto the ball again. Jay Rodriguez chips the ball over the top towards Gaston Ramirez. The Uruguayan is all alone and he shoots. It's a good save by McGregor, but it comes to Morgan Schneidlin, and the Frenchman puts the ball in to the back of the net. So Southampton 1, Millwall 0 with just under 10 minutes played, and not a really good start for us there. We had a let off just a few minutes ago, and now we were behind. So Schneidlin gets the goal, and Southampton celebrate here at St Mary's. But that was it for the first half. A really, really poor first half, and in the second half not much happened again until Jay Rodriguez won this penalty in the 67th minute, and again I just thought, is it really a penalty? I mean, there's been some really debatable penalty decisions this season, and to be honest, I mean, Bieber's he gets the ball first clearly, and yes, there's obviously contact, but I don't know. For me, that's not a penalty. I was really annoyed about that, but the referee gave it, and there was nothing I could do about it. And it was Pablo Danny Osvaldo, or Pablo Daniel Osvaldo, or Daniel Osvaldo, or Danny Osvaldo, or Osvaldo the Giant, or however you want to know him as. And he steps up and he scores, and that makes it Southampton 2, Millwall 0. So Osvaldo gets the goal, and we're 2-0 down here with 68 minutes played, and we just can't win away from home. There's just, I don't know whether all the players get homesick easily. I don't know what it is, man. Whenever we're on our travels, whenever we're playing away from home, we just don't play well, and we never seem to pick up the points. We're lucky to get a draw away from home. We really are. We play so badly, and it was 2-0 to Southampton. And in the 79th minute here, Adam Nilsson's onto the ball, crossed it in towards the head of Junior Stanislas, who played well against Marseille but couldn't put the ball in there. So it was still 2-0, and that was also how the game finished. So a very disappointing loss there away at St Mary's, and it was just an obvious loss, you know what I mean? It was obviously going to happen. We just can't win away from home, and it was displayed there. Really poor performance, only one real chance, that was the Stanislas header, and just a really disappointing loss, to be honest. And again, the penalty was a bit debatable, I do know that, but even without it we probably would have lost anyway. But also in that game, Liam Trotter got an injury. He's going to be out for 3 weeks. I didn't actually see where he got the injury. He pulled his hamstring apparently. I didn't see where he got the injury, that's why I didn't show it, because I couldn't find it. When I saw the clip afterwards, I was sort of searching through the game, spending spending like 5-10 minutes trying to find where he got injured, but I couldn't see it. So there you go. But yeah, Trotter did get injured and he's going to be out for 3 weeks, so that kind of sucks. And yeah, it's a bit frustrating really, because he's our captain and he's a very good midfielder. We've got some good cover in midfield, but I feel much stronger when Trotter's playing, because he's our best CM at 75, and of course he's our captain. But there you go, I'll have to cope without him for a few weeks. But the following and the last game of the episode was against Spurs here at the Den, and of course Spurs currently sitting top of the table as things stand. They're in a fantastic season in career mode, and the first chance did come to us though in the 3rd minute. Carrasco was played through here. He had the pace to beat Kyle Walker. Could have sweated the ball across the face of goal to Kelvin for the cutback, but I tried to finish it myself, and I did. I rounded Hugo Lloris and I put the ball into the empty net. So a good finish by Carrasco there, the Chilean who was wearing the captain's armband in this game in the absence of Trotter. And yeah, it was a really good finish. I try not to score as many sort of sweaty and cutback goals as much as possible, and I could have scored one there, but I felt confident Carrasco could run through and round Lloris and score, and he did do it with a lovely fake shot and a good finish under pressure in to the back of the net. So Millwall 1, Spurs 0 early on in this game. Really good start, as we were trying to make amends after that terrible loss away at St Mary's. So Carrasco gets the goal, his 5th in the Premier League so far, and the following chance came in the 21st minute. Christian Eriksen, the playmaker, played out wide to Kyle Walker. First time ball to Lamela, crosses the ball towards Soldado at the far post, and it's a free header for the Spaniard, who puts the ball past McGregor into the back of the net. So Millwall 1, Spurs 1, not in front for very long in this game. But in the 43rd minute, Spurs onto the ball again. Comes to Christian Eriksen. Eriksen finds Paulinho. The Brazilian rolls it through. Soldado is alone and he hits the post. So what a great chance for Soldado, but he couldn't finish it, and it was still Millwall 1, Spurs 1. But in the 69th minute here, Spurs had a corner. Vertonghen headed it on across the face of goal, and I think it was Etienne Capoue at the far post there. He puts the ball into the back of the net. The Frenchman gets the goal to make it Millwall 1, Spurs 2. I used to think his name was pronounced Kapow, and I'm really sad that's not the case, because what a name that would be. But still, it was Millwall 1, Spurs 2. And as the game was being closed out, it looked like Spurs were going to get the 3 points. But in the 89th minute, Danny Ings is played through. He beats Vertonghen for pace, and he puts the ball past Hugo Lloris. So with just a minute on the clock, Danny Ings rescues us a point here, and we will make sure we don't lose 2 games on the trot, and that is just fantastic news for us. So Ings once again scores, just can't stop this guy at the moment. And yeah, it's a wonderful finish past Hugo Lloris to make it Millwall 2, Spurs 2 in a fantastic game at the Den. And yeah, I was just absolutely delighted to make sure we would not lose this game, and we would end up getting a point against Spurs, of course, who are the informed team really, other than us in the league at the moment. So yeah, I was very pleased to make sure we rescue a point in injury time. And of course, it would have to be Danny Ings. He gets his 11th goal in the Premier League so far. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you can put 700 likes on this video, then I'll upload another episode of Career Mode later on this evening. So let's have 2 episodes of Career Mode today. Let's get 700 likes on this video, and hopefully I will see you later on tonight for episode number 56 of Career Mode.